Welcome to Insights Live. I'm Rebecca Selby, and right now I am joined by Epicor Senior Manager of Product Marketing, Scott Pugmire. Scott, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me here.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here. So how has your Insights experience been?
It's been great. I've met a lot of very smart people, a lot of interesting people, great stories to tell.
Okay, let's talk about distribution. With regards to the distribution marketplace, what big themes are coming up?
Well, of course, Epicor is a technology company, so I like to start with a couple of technology things that I think people are focused on. And one of the big things I think that B2B companies, especially wholesale distributors, are concerned about is, all this social media talk. How do I really make it work for me? I understand Facebook is a great app, but it's like for people talking to each other, or LinkedIn is for people trying to job hunt, that sort of thing. But I think we are starting to see a little bit of the light through the door of ways that we can make things like this work for our business, to draw people to our real website where we can expose them to our services. I think another thing too that I've seen personally from my own experiences, looking for products that might typically be a B2B type product. You can find these now on an Amazon store or an eBay store. So trying to maybe beat them at their own game and build an eBay store for yourself. And I've seen some people doing that, being very successful at it. They might even have different pricing tiers, but the idea is get them in from whatever means they come from. I think another big theme is mobile.
Oh, for sure.
And we're definitely focused on that here, but everyone is always heads down. I mean, I go by the bus stop with my kids the other day and everyone's like this in a circle. No one's even looking at each other. But just the point being is that everyone is so focused on mobile, and if you don't have a way to get their attention when they're doing this, then there's really little chance that you're going to get their attention coming down the road. So I think mobile is very important. I do think that, kind of moving off the technology subject, that finding new ways to capture revenue through services, and when I say services, I don't mean just typical value-add services like I'm going to package your shipment specially. I'm talking about service and maintenance, things that you haven't done before as a wholesale distributor. You might sell the products, but looking for ways to service and maintain them, looking for ways to get warranty work, and finding ways that you can bring in revenues that you haven't had before, especially revenues that are not so scrutinized. So service revenues, for instance, it's easier to make a profit dollar per dollar on a service revenue than an item revenue, because you can always attribute a certain specificity to what you bring to the table, as opposed to a product as a product as a product.
Right.
So I think those will be big themes for 2014.
It sounds like it. Can we talk a little bit about commerce platforms? How do you see them providing streamlined access to product information or account information?
Well, I think it's more than just being streamlined. That's a big piece of this, but everything's global now, right? And are you going to pay a staff 24/7 to be on? You need some way to be available to people around the globe, no matter what their time zone. And so that's the first thing, is being there, being available to capture the dollar, right? So once you're there, if you've got a sales staff, a counter sales staff, they're not all created equal, right? Some are great at capturing information, remembering a customer, remembering a birthday, whatever it is. But it's not consistent. A website can capture that data, and it can remember that every time the customer signs on, they have a uniform experience. The other thing that you can't always get from a counter sales staff is, what happened for the sales I didn't get? Do they really track that or not? The website, you can track that.
And it's not so hit or miss.
Exactly. How many lost or cart rejects did I have? I got the cart all loaded up, but then I backed out. But you can learn a lot from that. So you've got, Google Analytics nowadays is basically available to anybody, but there's other analytic engines you can get. You can purchase SEO services. So the things that you can get out of e-commerce not only are making it efficient for the customer, but they're efficient for the company in trying to determine what's really going on out there.
It's giving access to the right data at the right time.
Exactly.
Next question, how is Epicor Commerce Connect helping customers grow their business?
Well, right now, I think that we are at the right place at the right time. Like I just mentioned, this is a very critical toy to have in your toy box, right? Put it that way. And with Epicor Commerce Connect, what you have is a very widely accepted platform, Magento. And there, when you open that door, you open that door to a lot of potential applications that can be brought into what is already set up to be an integrated platform with the Epicor software products. So, you know, whether it's P21 or Epicor 10. So by doing that, you're allowing people to come in at a very low entry price, I might add, to be able to do order entry, catalog their products, basically track a lot of customer data, as I was saying before, visitation data. And so by having that available, I think we're showing that we have a lot of investment and a lot of foresight into where the industry is going. So I think we're all over it. We're at the right place at the right time.
Well, I know you're an expert in the area of distribution and how Epicor services can help. So what advice would you give to a distribution company who is considering a new technology solution? Where would you tell them to start?
Well, I would ask them to first take a look at what do they really want to do. You know, just like for an individual, the biggest thing you can do is probably buy a house. When you buy a house, you stir the mud up. So if you're going to make big changes, this is the time to do it. For a company, probably the biggest change they're going to go through is implementing a new ERP system. So this isn't just about buying an ERP system. This is about changing your business, really getting your business focused in the right area. You're about to stir the mud up, okay? So make sure you know where you want to take your business. Maybe this is the time to say, do I want to add a service practice? Because that might affect your decision. Do I want to buy this product that has strong service capabilities? Or do I care about that?
Right.
Do I want this other product that does more about warehouse management? So really understand your business and where you want to go before you even sit down to talk about ERP systems.
I think that's great advice. Thank you so much for sitting down with me today. I appreciate it. It's
Thanks
been
for having
fun.
me. Yeah.
If you have questions about any of the topics that we've covered today or about Epicor Commerce Connect even, please visit epicor.com.